Alright, second video of the day, I guess. Kind of infrequent with my videos. Hey, notice if I got the camera turned this way, it doesn't bounce around as much. But again, forgive me for the outside noise. I have no way of canceling out the noise as I record. I got some thoughts in my mind how I'm going to proceed with my future. So, got a couple things going for me. One, I'm still single. I mean, it kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's also kind of a blessing. So, in disguise. So, I'm going to keep working my current job. I'm going to try to at least work here until I've hit my 1 year anniversary, and I might continue working another 3 months past that. Eventually, I'm thinking about using my GI Bill. I'm going to put in an application to be, to go work for an electrician. I want to try to get into commercial. Like I said, I want to be, future is to be an electrician. Currently, as I understand it, the electrician programs are basically 4-year commitments. It's, they call it, not understudy, I don't know what the hell they call it. It's going to come to mind later. But basically, you're getting paid low wages to do some electrical work, but you're doing it with close supervision of licensed electricians, like licensed journeymen, kind of looking over your shoulder, kind of learn the tools of the trade. It also involves some part-time school. So, like, I think it's like 20 or 30 hours. Say like 20, 30 hours on the job, and like another 20 hours at the school in the classroom, wiring up trainers, doing some book work, some study work, and imagine probably studying the NEC. I actually haven't cracked open an NEC since I was in college, which was about 10 years ago. So, yeah. Ironic, it's been that long, man. I didn't feel like 10 years ago. Anyhow, so it's gonna, like I said, imagine it's gonna be something like that. But hopefully, after I'm done and I've got this electrician, my journeyman electrician's license, I can go anywhere. I'm still gonna keep my CDL. Believe me, man, I spent almost $8,000 getting my CDL. You better believe I'm not going to let that go to the wayside. Like that, I will always have my CDL for as long as I can continue to pass the DOT physical. I'm going to keep that CDL. I don't care if I have to pay for the physicals myself. I'm keeping that CDL because, something could come up, and I might have to turn back to truck driving. Maybe somewhere down the line, one of these electrical companies might want to consider hiring me as a lineman, because at that point in time, I'll be licensed journeyman electrician, and I'll also hold a Class A CDL, so it means I'll be able to drive their utility trucks. The ones with the bucket trucks, the cherry pickers, and drive any of their other vehicles that, happen to be pulling, like, I don't know, replacement telephone poles. Man, I almost hit a bird again. That's one thing that they don't tell you in truck driving school, how many birds you're going to kill. I've killed 3 of them so far. Yeah, but that is what I'd like to do eventually. I'm also in the process of saving up some money to buy property. I really don't want to live in Colorado anymore. The politics have sucked out all the fun of living in Colorado. Like, I can't stand my governor. I can't stand all these California transplants. I get it. Not all of them are, liberal Democrat. In fact, I can actually to some degree actually I can politically agree with some of the traditional Democrats, but these ones that want to introduce these social programs, put all these restrictions on gun owners, I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it, to say the least. So I would actually like to move to a state where constitutional carry is in order and it's also respected. Now, there's some areas that I've had in mind where I'm potentially looking at buying property. I've considered Wyoming. I've also considered Montana, but in the long run, I kind of don't want to live in either one of them places because it gets a little too cold. And it's not to say I can't stand the cold or I don't like the cold. I prefer the cold over the heat. But I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking I might have to move someplace where it's warmer, longer, and things grow quicker and easier. Because I might actually have to grow my own food. I would say that days of going to the supermarkets are come to a close. So the areas that are going to be more likely candidates that I'm potentially looking at moving to is going to be the southeastern quadrant of Missouri. Maybe not so far into the corner, be closer to Branson, because Branson's like south central Missouri, just south of Springfield. I want to live somewhere near there. The other areas I've considered is the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas. That's a pretty good prepper location. A lot of homesteaders and people moving out that way, and for good reason too. Why not, right? Isolated. Another area I've considered is the southeastern quadrant of Oklahoma. Sorry, mine drew a blank. Oklahoma, basically north of the Red River, north of Texarkana. Maybe not smack dab in that direct area, but somewhere out there's got to be some property. It's out in the sticks. It's for sale. I mean, I've seen some nice properties out in Colorado. Like there's this 40-acre parcel. My only issue is it's literally out in the middle of nowhere. There's not even trees on the property. There's no trees on the neighboring adjacent properties either. And granted, I could get it for cheap, but I need trees. I absolutely need trees. So that's part of the reason why I'm looking at these other areas. I need trees on the property. That's one of my criteria. Trees, water, natural water source. And then I'm also potentially looking at moving down to Texas. Again, probably going to be somewhere near the Texarkana area. It won't be in Texarkana per se, but it'll be somewhere in that area. Again, I'm not a fan of humidity, heat, extreme heat or bugs, and I know that all those states have those very things. I know firsthand that all of those states have those things, but I really want to just kind of divorce myself from the system as much as possible. And, if I can get an ideal homestead set up and then get my perimeter fence that I want established, I think it'll be alright. That's just kind of my thoughts. Anyway. I think I've let this run on long enough. I'm Diorce, and I'm out. You guys have yourselves a good one. Bye-bye.